my grandkids. That's it.
I don't have nothing but gunshots.
November 4th, 1975 is where this trap story starts. The birth of Memphis basketball legend Lorenzen Wright. Lorenzen was born in Oxford, Mississippi and raised by both parents. At an early age, he fell in love with basketball. Standing at 6 foot 10 inches tall, a foot taller than most of the students at his high school, it made it easy for him to stand out. After his junior year at Lafayette High School, located in Oxford, Mississippi, he decided to transfer to a Memphis high school named Booker T. Washington to better his chances of being seen by colleges. Hard work paid off as he became a McDonald's All-American and also receiving a number of scholarship opportunities. But he chose to stay close to home and attended the University of Memphis. After a solid freshman year and a standout sophomore season, Wright declared himself for the NBA draft. Drafted number 7 by the Los Angeles Clippers, Wright's professional career started. Shortly after, he married longtime girlfriend Cheryl Wright, who was 5 years his elder, and he also went on to father 7 kids with her. Wright felt like he was living the American dream. After playing 3 seasons in LA, Wright got picked up by the Atlanta Hawks. After a short stint in Atlanta, Lorenzen was picked up by the Memphis Grizzlies in 2001. Back close to his roots, Wright was a staple in his community, but tragic struck in 2003 when his 11-month-old suddenly passed away, Sierra Wright. In 2009, after a 13-year career, Lorenzen found himself broke, divorced, and in debt. With no other lucrative options at the time, Lorenzen turned to a childhood friend to see if he could help. His friend told him he should sell some of his cars and that he knew a buyer for some. The cash he made helped out short term, but still, financially, it was a struggle. Cheryl and Lorenzen stayed miles away from each other. They were in contact daily. Cheryl asked Lorenzen to come to Memphis and spend some intimate time with her and to visit his children. July 18, 2010, Cheryl met up with Lorenzen shortly after he arrived in Memphis. After spending the day together, Cheryl said he left the house with close to $100,000 in cash and drugs. She said she never saw him again. After a couple days of not hearing from him, his family on July 22, 2010, filed a missing person report to the Memphis Police Department. On July 28th, what everyone feared, it happened. The bullet-riddled, decomposed body of Lorenzen Wright was found in a wooded area near Hatcross Road in Memphis, Tennessee. Shortly after his body was found, the media received information that a 911 call was made from Lorenzen's phone, where the dispatcher said while talking to the caller, she heard 11 shots.
Georgetown 911, where's your emergency? Hello? 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 I don't have nothing but gunshots. Hello? Hello?
The reason is unknown why the dispatcher didn't report the call to her supervisor until 8 days later, which was July 27th, which eventually led authorities to the location of his death. His family demanded justice. led by his mother, refusing to give up. Rumors surfaced that he may have been targeted in a cartel hit after finding out the car buyer from his friend was connected to a Memphis drug lord, Craig Pettis. Pettis was well connected to the Mexican cartel, but his mother was pleading with authorities to arrest Shara. But Shara claimed she was innocent.
Have any part in Lorenzen's murder? At first, I'm a wife, then I'm a mother, and then thirdly, I'm an author. The law enforcement should do what's best to find out who's the killer. I let people do what they're good at doing, and I'm just gonna do what I'm good at doing. They need to spend time and focus and find out what happened to him. We all need to know.
No one was arrested or suspected until 7 years later. In between that time, Shara wrote a book titled Mr. Tell Me Anything, when she said was based on her and Lorenzen's relationship. The book revealed an alleged abusive and unfaithful situation she claimed she was in during the marriage. In the book, Mr. Tell Me Anything gets murdered, similar to how Lorenzen did. During an interview with a Memphis news reporter, she also said she was planning on writing a sequel, but a sequel was never wrote because November 9th, 2017, the weapon that killed Lorenzen Wright was recovered from a lake in Walnut, Mississippi, after receiving a tip from her first cousin, Jimmy Martin. On December 5th, 2017, Billy Turner, member at the church Shara attended and owner of a lawn service that maintained Shara's yard, was arrested at the register at a convenience store in Memphis. After speaking with detectives and giving them evidence, 10 days later, the person Lorenzen Wright's mother had been saying killed him for years was finally in custody. Shara Wright, his ex-wife and mother of his 7 kids, was being charged for his murder after Billy Turner named her in his statement along with evidence proving her involvement. The family was outraged. In her first court appearance, his mother shouted out loud, asking, "Why did you kill my son?" After numerous court appearances, Shara, she was convicted of conspiracy to commit murder and sentenced to 30 years for her part of the crime. The Lorenzen family was happy she was going to jail, but told the media her going to jail still won't bring him back.
Thank you, sir. Cheryl, I want to thank you for giving me my grandchildren. That's what I want to thank you for. But I want you to unlock them so I can visit them, so they can see their grandma. Because Sophia keep calling. She wants to come make chicken and dumplings. She wants to come in Memphis just to make chicken and dumplings. And I want her to come. And the twins going to be playing basketball near us now, so we want to see them too. We want them to be talking, let them know we didn't do anything to them. We didn't lie to them or anything. We just love them. We just want to see them. That's all. I want you to get the kids and let them know we didn't do anything to them. We love them. We want to see them. You know, Trail does the same. Hey, you know, Trail does the same. You know how the baby triplets for like, what, 3 months? That Trail is the same age. He misses his nephews. And Trail finna be 20, and they're not going to see him be here at 20. But I want you to call and let them know it's okay to talk to your girl.
Her co-defendant, Billy Turner, wasn't convicted until 3 years later. In March 2022, he was sentenced to life without parole for the murder of Lorenzen Wright. In recent interviews, as of 2021, the kids spoke to the media saying they weren't mad at their mother. They said they watched him beat her up growing up. His mother, since his death, has a balloon release and light candles on the anniversary of his death, and she plans to do so until the day that she dies. As far as the kids go, like I said earlier, in 2003, Sierra Wright suddenly passed away at the tender age of 11 months old. Lorenzen Wright Jr., he went on to play Division I basketball for Robert Morris University, where he averaged 16 points a game in 35 appearances, and he also had a short stint with UT Martin. Lorenzen Wright is now an interpretation specialist at the Art Institute of Chicago. She also graduated with a master's in museums and exhibition studies from the University of Illinois in Chicago. The twins, Shamar and Lamar, attend SIU, and they recently competed in the NCAA tournament. Sophia Wright is in her early teens, living with family. Lawson Wright has no updated information. Rest in peace to Lorenzen Wright, Memphis basketball legend. You know, people never know what's going on in the situation. Money brings happiness, but you know, money brings a lot of other things too, like murder, infidelity, crime. The list can go on, but no matter what, everybody still misses Lorenzen, and we gonna keep saying a prayer for him and his family. You know what I'm saying? And y'all tell me what y'all think about Lorenzen Wright, you know what I'm saying, and what happened to him in the comment section, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, Trap Store.